Hello students, myself Sulochna Das, your history teacher from Adarsh Education Society. Student, I welcome you all for the online teaching. Today we will discuss the first chapter of 8th standard, that is Sources of History. Sources of history or historical sources are the event left behind by the past human society which help us in reconstructing history. It also helps us to gain knowledge and understand about events, culture, tradition, and many other aspects of society. Student, you have already studied about sources of ancient Indian history and sources of medieval history in your previous classes. This year, you are going to study about the sources of modern Indian history. Modern Indian history deals with the events which took place from 1707 till present. Now let's discuss about historical sources. Historical sources include material sources, written sources, and oral sources. Similarly, sources based on modern technology such as audio, video, and audio-visual are included. Let's begin with our first topic, that is material sources. Various objects, monuments, places, coins, sculpture, etc. can be included in the material sources of history. In the material sources, let's begin with building and places. Students, as you know, India was ruled by the British for more than 200 years. That is why it is believed that the period of modern history is the period of Europeans, especially of the British rulers, and also the governance of princely state. During the British rule, the Britishers built various buildings, bridges, roads, water supply system, fountains, etc. These buildings includes government offices, residence of officers, leaders and revolutionaries, and it also includes palaces of rulers of princely states, forts, prisons, etc. Among these monuments, many buildings are intact even today. Intact means exist or present. In other words, it means that monuments which were built during British period exist even today. Some of these historical places are declared as a national monument, whereas some are converted into museum. For example, Cellular Jail in Andaman. Now student, do you know the Cellular Jail is also known as Kala Pani. It is an old colonial prison situated in Andaman and Nicobar Island. This jail was used by the Britishers to exile political prisoners, where they were subjected to many atrocities at the hands of the British. While visiting these sites, we get information about contemporary history, architecture, nature of the monuments, and also the economic condition of that particular period. Just as during the visit to cellular jail in Andaman, we get information about the revolutionary work of Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. By visiting Mani Bhavan in Mumbai or Sevagram Ashram at Wardha, we get information about the history of Gandhian era. Now we move on to our next topic, that is museum and history. Museum is a building or a place where work of art, scientific, artistic or cultural interest are stored and exhibited. So we can say that for the study of history, various objects, paintings, photographs and such other things are preserved in a museum. Certain museums preserve objects of historical importance associated with a particular person. This helps us to get more information about that person by visiting such museum. For example, the Aga Khan Palace in Pune has preserved and kept different objects and documents which gives us information about the life of Mahatma Gandhi. Now, the next topic is statue and memorial. Statues provide information about the contemporary ruler and eminent personalities. During the pre-independence and post-independence period, memorials of many personalities were erected in the form of statues. These statues are also very important for the study of modern Indian history. Student, on your screen you can see the statue of Bhagat Singh. All of you know about Bhagat Singh. And the inscription written down which gives detailed information about his birth, death, etc. That is known as plaque. Now what information plaques give? The display plaque on the statue gives us information about the full name of concerned person, birth and death details, brief information about their contribution and biographical sketch of the person. Just as the statue of Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, Lokmanya Tilak, Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, there are memorials which are erected in the memory of various events which give information about the concerned event, period, people related to the event, etc. For example, Hutatma Smarak at various places. The Hutatma Smarak in Mumbai stand witness to the political and social transition in not only the city but also in the state. It also tells about the Samyukta Maharashtra movement. Another example of memorial is Jallianwala Bagh Memorial. It gives us information about Jallianwala Bagh massacre. In this massacre, about 400 innocent people, including men and women, were killed. So student, before I end this lecture, let's recall what we have studied till now. We have discussed about material sources, which include building and places, museum and history, statues and memorial. In the next video, we will discuss about written sources and oral sources. Till then, take care, bye and thank you.